Euclid's Elements, Book 1, Prop 47. In right-angled triangles, the square on the side subtending the right angle is equal to the squares on the sides containing the right angle. This is the Pythagorean theorem. So if we have a right triangle, triangle ABC, here's our right angle. I say that the square on AC is equal to the squares on AB plus the square on BC. So let's keep track of our proof here. And the first thing we're going to do is use Prop 46 to build squares on all three of these sides. So let's describe a square on AC. So we're going to make square AC. And let's call that DE. So now we can actually call this, we'll just call this square AE. We'll name it just by the opposite sides, opposite vertexes. And let's build a square on AB. And we'll call this FG. And so now we have square AG. And we'll build a square on BC. Uh-oh, here we go. We're just gonna have to kind of move over through some of my work here. And we'll call this GH and K. So we have square BK. So we've described or constructed three squares. And so we're going to prove that this square is equal to this square plus this square. Now, one thing we need to do, it seems like a little bit of a detour, but we've got to do it. We're going to use Prop 14 to prove that line GB and line BC are in line with each other. Now, remember, we built this square on AB, and it looks like GB and BC are in line with each other, but we don't know that for sure unless we prove it. And so we can prove that using Prop 14. What we know is that this is a right angle because all the angles of a square are right angles, and this is a right angle. And this is going to allow us to prove that AB is in line with BH and that GB is in line with BC. So Prop 14 says is if you have a line and you have a point on that line and two other lines meet on the opposite sides of this line at that point, if their adjacent angles are equal to two right angles, then these two lines are in line with each other. So Prop 14 tells us that GB is in line with BC, that's one continuous line. And likewise, because at this point on this line, we have two lines that meet and their adjacent angles equal two right angles, then AB and BH are in line. So AB is in line with BH. Again, Prop 14. This is important because later on we're going to need to know that this whole line is parallel to this whole line. And likewise, we're going to see that this whole line is parallel to this line. All right, now let's connect some other lines. The first thing we're going to connect is, we're using Prop 31. We're going to connect, we're going to create Prop 31 says that at any point not on the given line, we can create a line parallel to a given line. So at point B, we can create a line parallel to AD. Okay. So we're going to draw BA, what are we on here? KL. We're going to draw BL, and let's call this point M. So we're going to draw BL parallel to either AD, or we could choose also CE. Now let's connect some lines. Let's connect FC. Let's connect BD. And what we're going to show now is that this triangle FAC, is equal to this triangle BAD. And we're going to do that by first noting that this side FA, is equal to side AB because they're square. There's a square, and all the sides are equal on a square. We can also note that that this side AD is equal to this side AC. Again, because they are sides of a square, and all the sides are equal in a square. So already you can see in this triangle we have side 1 equal to side 1 and side 2 equal to side 2. Now if we could show that the angle in between them was equal, then we could use prop 4 to show that the triangles are equal, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we know this is a right triangle, we know this is a right triangle. So let's keep track here. We know that angle FAB, which is a right angle, is equal to angle DAC, also a right angle. Could also, I suppose we could invoke postulate 4, which lets us know that all right angles are equal. Therefore, those angles are equal to each other. And if we add this angle in between them together, if we added angle BAC to both sides, then the resulting angle would be equal. Namely, angle FAC would be equal to angle DAB. And this is just common notion too. Equals added to equals are equals. So this whole angle here. So since these two pieces are equal, this whole angle is equal to this whole angle. Well, now we have all the elements that we need for side angle side, right? We have side 1 is equal to side 1. The angle in between is equal to the angle in between. And side 2 is equal to side 2. Therefore, triangle FAC is equal to triangle BAD. And this is through prop 4, our side angle side. Now that we've proven that these triangles are equal, and I don't know if it might be worth trying to just highlight this. So here's one triangle, here's the other triangle. Anyway, both of those red triangles are equal to each other. Now let's look at this square here, this parallelogram. What we can see is that parallelogram AG is on this base and contained within this parallel, these two parallels. And this triangle is on the same base and likewise contained within those two parallels. So prop 41 says when we have a triangle and a parallelogram on the same base and in the same parallels, the parallelogram is equal to double the triangle. So it's equal to 2 of triangle FAC. So parallelogram, or in this case our square AG, is equal to 2 of FAC. Likewise, we can look at this parallelogram DM, and see that it's on this base and contained within these parallels, but this triangle is on this base and contained within those same parallels. Therefore, parallelogram DM is equal to double this triangle, triangle BAD. But remember, these triangles are equal to each other, and double of equal things are still equal. Therefore, square AG is equal to parallelogram DM. Or maybe I can show it this way. This is equal to this. Now, it just remains for us to show that since this square is equal to this portion of this big square, all we need to do is show that this square is equal to this portion. And since these two taken together are equal to the big square, then this square is equal to these two squares. And we do that by joining some more lines. So we're going to join AK, and we're going to join BE. And what you should be able to see is that we create 2 more triangles. This big red triangle here, and this big red triangle here. And they both have right angles that are equal, and we can add this piece in the middle, and we can show that they have a side 1 in common with side 1, and I guess it's just singles, and side 2 in common with, let's see, here we go, side 2. So side 1 is equal to side 1, side 2 is equal to side 2, and the angle in between, this whole angle, is equal to this whole angle. Therefore, these two triangles are equal. And we're just going to repeat these same steps from 4 on down. Oh, we did this twice, by the way. Okay, so we're just going to redo this very same steps from 4 down. We're going to prove that the triangles are equal. We're going to prove that this is equal to 2 of the red triangles. This is equal to 2 of the red triangles. And therefore, and the triangles are equal, therefore double equals are equal, therefore this square is going to be equal to this parallelogram. So that's what we're going to prove. We're going to prove that this x-axis BK is equal to ME. But ME and DM are equal to the square on the side subtending the right angle. And these two taken together make this square, but this part is equal to this and this part is equal to this. Therefore, this whole figure, therefore this whole thing, square AE, is equal to square AG plus the square BK. Or the square on the side opposite the right angle is equal to the squares on the sides containing the right angle. And that's exactly what we were supposed to prove, so we conclude our proof with QED.